Welcome to Alex's English podcast, where you can learn English in a fun and easy way. Today, I want to share a small story about rain. Slow rain, soft rain, the kind of rain that makes you stop, listen, and think. The topic is a rainy day that made me think. It was a simple day, nothing big or loud, but it touched my heart. Maybe you also know a day like this, when plans change, when the world is quiet, and you meet yourself in that quiet space. As you listen, I hope you feel calm and also a little curious about your own days. What do you learn when the sky is gray? What do you hear when the city becomes soft? Let us walk through this rainy day together, step by gentle step.
It started in the morning. I woke to a soft sound on the window, a light tap, then another, then many. The room felt cool, and the air smelled clean. I stood by the glass and watched small rivers run down. The street outside was dark like tea, and the trees were wet and bright. I had a long plan for the day. A market visit, a small trip across town, a coffee with a friend. But the rain asked me to wait. Do you know this feeling? When nature says, slow down? I sat on the edge of the bed and held my warm cup. I felt a tiny battle inside me. Part of me wanted to rush. Another part of me wanted to sit and listen. The second part won, very slowly, but it won.
I changed my plan. I stayed home and opened my window a little. The rain made many sounds. A soft drum on the roof, a little hiss on the street, a quiet splash in the leaves. I took a deep breath and felt the cool touch on my cheeks. Time became gentle. I made a simple breakfast: warm toast, one egg, and a small orange. I ate slowly and watched the steam rise from my tea. In that small moment, I felt safe. I felt like the world was saying, "You can rest." My phone lit up twice with messages, but I let it sleep. I told myself, it is okay to do less today. It is okay to be here and not there. My shoulders dropped and my chest felt light.
After breakfast, I sat by the window with a notebook. I wrote one line, then stopped. The rain spoke more than I did. It told a story about the roof, the garden, the little bird under the big leaf. I drew the shape of the street with simple lines. I wrote 3 words: slow, clear, kind. I looked at the gray sky and felt a small space open inside me. Do you ever feel this space? It is like a calm room in your heart. In that room, you can look at your life with soft eyes. I asked myself a quiet question: what do I really need today? Not what I want to show, not what others expect, just what I need, in a gentle, honest way.
By noon, the rain grew stronger. Cars moved like careful fish in a dark river. People walked with bright umbrellas, red, blue, yellow, little flowers in the gray. I watched a child jump in a puddle, and water went up like a small crown. The child laughed, and the sound felt bright in the quiet day. I smiled and felt a warm point in my chest. I remembered my own small joys that I often forget. A warm blanket, a soft song, the smell of bread in the oven, the hand of a friend on my shoulder. Rain does this sometimes. It hides many things, and then it shows you what shines, even in low light. I wrote one more line: today I will keep close to what is simple and true.
In the afternoon, the rain began to slow. The air felt fresh, like clean glass. I took my coat and went outside for a short walk. The ground held small mirrors of the sky. My feet made tiny splashes, and I walked with care and joy. The city felt different, as if every sound had a soft cover. I passed a shop with fog on the window, and I drew a tiny heart with my finger. A woman inside smiled back at me. That small smile felt like a gift. I thought, how many small gifts do we miss when we run so fast? Rain makes us slow. Slowness lets us see. Seeing brings care. And care brings peace. This simple chain felt like a quiet lesson in my pocket.
On the way home, I stood under a wide tree. Drops fell from the leaves like slow notes in a low song. I looked up and watched a single drop hang, round and bright, then fall. It made a tiny sound when it met the ground. I felt something open in my mind. A soft truth. We cannot hold all things. Some plans, some dreams, some worries. They come, they stay for a while, they go. We want to catch every drop, but we cannot, and maybe we do not need to. Maybe our work is to stand under the tree, feel the drop on our hand, and say, "Thank you for this moment." I let out a long breath, and my shoulders felt light again.
Back in my room, I made a simple soup. The pot on the stove gave a slow sound, like a little hum. I cut carrots, onions, and a small piece of ginger. The smell was warm and bright. I ate by the window and watched the last soft rain. I thought about my friend, my plan, and my worry that I had changed it. I wrote a message with a warm tone. The rain is strong today. Can we meet on another day? I hope you are dry and safe. My friend wrote back with a kind heart. Of course. Thank you for the calm note. See you soon. I felt safe and seen. I learned that honest words, said in a gentle way, can also be a soft roof on a wet day.
Evening came with a gray-blue light. The street was calm, and the windows in other homes looked like small moons. I turned off the lamps and left one candle on my desk. The flame made a slow dance on the wall. I sat with a soft blanket and listened again to the quiet rain. I thought about the day I did not plan, the day that came to me with wet hands and kind eyes. What did it teach me? It taught me to sit, to wait, to listen. It taught me that I can choose a small life for a day and still feel full. It taught me that peace is not loud. Peace is simple. Peace is a chair by a window, a warm bowl, a kind message, a slow breath.
As the candle grew small, I wrote one last page. I wrote that I felt calm. I wrote that I learned to trust slow hours. I wrote that I can let go a little when the sky asks me to. I wrote that small joys are strong joys, a drop on a leaf, a child's laugh, a smile through glass, a warm soup on a cool night. I closed the notebook and put my hand on my heart. The rain had become a light mist, almost a whisper. I said thank you to the day, to the rain, and to the quiet inside me. I turned off the candle, and the room was dark and kind. I slept with a soft face and a light mind.
Thank you for being with me today. We walked through a simple rainy day, and we saw the lessons it gave. Slow steps, gentle eyes, honest words, and small joys. You listened with care, and that means a lot. You did a great job today. Remember, learning English is a journey, and you are doing amazing. When the sky is gray, you can still find light inside your home and inside your heart. Take a deep breath, be kind to yourself, and trust the quiet. I am proud of you.